Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys and girls, and welcome to this, another brand new day. Another brand new day with this planet. I was going to say the sun spinning on its axis, but you know that didn't really have too much to do with what I was talking about, with the planet spinning on its axis. The sun rises and life continues. A good thing. It was raining last night. It's raining now. When I went walkies, I took a travel umbrella, so I was able to just barely huddle underneath it because it was raining hard at times. Sometimes I was able to put the umbrella down. Other times it was like up and trying to stay as close to the middle as I could because it was raining so hard. But then I got to Safeway, went inside, and when I came out, the sky had actually cleared. There were stars in between the clouds, and it stopped raining. Made it all the way home. And as I was sleeping, well, getting ready to sleep, lying down and trying to sleep, raining outside again. So the weather and the climate cycle actually was nice to me on my walk. Very, very cool. A thumbs up on that. But for the rest of the Shelton, Washington weather, plague rat and spider report, well, as stated, just told you it's raining outside and gave you the whole story, so thumbs up on that. Plague rat report. My apologies, I don't know why my vocal cords are getting so clogged up. Well, everybody is still being plague rats. You got a lot of people that are caring, but you've got that small number that doesn't, and that's what makes it worse for everyone else, so thumbs up on that. But for the spider report, still no spiders that I can see down in the basement. I don't know why I call it that. Probably because it's downstairs. But down in the bathroom. And up here, the one garden spider above the window, still doing fine. The other one next to the window, the box fan, she's doing well. And the larger garden spider in the corner, still doing well. Definitely a thumbs up. There had been another spider right up in the corner, but she was really, I don't know what was going on. I mean, she was obviously doing something and obviously had a plan in her little spider brain, but she was just dangling at one spot, just all of her little legs like trying to grab onto stuff, and she kept swinging loose and then would pull up and then do all this stuff again with her legs and then swing. And finally went, you know what, she's right there, it's going to bother me. So I got my little ruler thing, snagged her web that she was dangling from, and at which point, of course, she panicked and started going, whee! And then she was on the little table where I have my consoles, but I was able to corral her and get her up onto my stick and then move her to the other side of the room. Now, what's going to happen there, I don't know. She may be devoured by spiders over there. She may make up a web and be happy. I don't know. But I just didn't want her falling or triangulating and trying to make me part of an anchor point for an orb. So we shall see. Yeah, it's out of my hands now. Thumbs up for that. But that's the spider report. Thumbs up. Now, I do want to say a thank you. I'm not sure I don't think I did, but with my memory, it's hard to say. I got another box of cat food. In fact, it was yesterday afternoon, so there was no card inside to say who it was from. So I do not know who sent me the box of cat food, but thank you all so very, very much. I went from literally not having enough food to feed my cat for like 2 weeks and having no money to buy any cat food to having food for my cat. Thank you all so very much. It is greatly appreciated. None of you have to do this, and the fact that you do help me and my pets out, it is greatly appreciated to no end. Thank you so very much. If Amelia could speak English, if she had a brain like ours, she would thank you. So I thank you for her as well. Definitely a thumbs up. Excuse me. Again, I'm not quite sure why my vocal cords are so clogged and clogging this morning. I have found the best way for me to sleep, though, because I slept pretty good once I actually got to bed last night, One of the best ways for me to be able to do that is to take 3 of these during the day. I start off the day with 200 milligrams washed down with a caffeinated beverage. About 2 o'clock, I have another one of these washed down with more caffeine. And then around 8 to 10 o'clock, I take a 3rd tablet. And that helps me sleep. It makes my brain function at least semi-close enough that I release serotonin and dopamine, and I'm able to sleep. I also have to tank up on enough THC. While that can interfere with your rapid eye movement sleep, in my case, being able to sleep at all, I think is a bit more prime. But I slept, and I slept well-ish, so it's good. Definitely a thumbs up on that. I did have in the comments Made in Canada asking about my bone-hurting juice story. And I still am working on that in my head. It's slower because with my ADD processes, my thought processes are, instead of, like a normal one, it's more like a wind tunnel with 1,000 ping pong balls thrown inside of there. And every time one of the ping pong balls impacts with the side of the wind chamber, that's another change in subject going on in my head as I'm walking and thinking. So it's hard for me to get a lot of stuff done, but I am still working on it. In fact, as background stuff on it, because the cosmic horror of Satyr is such a large part of it, I have worked more on the character of the cosmic horror Satyr, I can't even remember, it's S-A-T-E-R, but it's also, he uses a different pronunciation and spelling out of deference to an old culture. So I'm not quite sure of the spelling in my head yet on that. But because Satyr, Asatarasi, is so damaged in its own way, it's spending its own life, even knowing that everything is transitory. Everything is transitory. But it still scours and searches through dying universes looking for worlds with old cultures that will be gone forever. And if it finds something it enjoys, it keeps it, logs it, records it, saves as much as it can. It is able to use universes as museums, and in fact it has 3 universes filled with artifacts, culture, and knowledge from just vanishing peoples in universes that are gone. And it scours these places looking for these things. Because of that, and because this one set of universes had a wild mix of coincidence and luck, the people there are largely tapped into the line of information that goes from the smallest of Satyr's agents up through the information pipeline to Satyr itself. These people are, not everyone's connected. It's just the clerics and the people, when they feel that connection, they naturally join the church. And when information thrums through the pipeline, these people are attuned enough to it that they have visions. And they get overflow from that. And they're able to tap into it and then go, oh! And while the minor things are looking through the planet and finding this stuff and sending the information upward, they're able to tap into it and go, ho ho, and dig down and look for this stuff. But because they're also preserving, they have the blessing of all the minor agents of Satyr. And so there is a positive relationship between the cosmic horror and the clerics of this land. And because the point of Satyr and its endless pursuit of this stuff is the preservation of knowledge, these clerics, this church, is very rich because of the knowledge that they have, and they don't hoard it, because the best way to keep knowledge alive is to spread it. Their temples are also libraries for everybody to come in. They give classes on this information and stuff to keep it alive so that it doesn't die. It is a very positive relationship the church has with the people, and onward and down. They're not restrictive and exclusive. It's open to teach, to keep this stuff alive. Now, when these people get the visions and they're tapped in, those around them as well, they feel this divine pressure, which is not a physical pressure. It is a mental / emotional / spiritual pressure, where if you don't give in to the pressure and lie down on the ground, you will fall. Now, it's not like actual physical pressure. You're not going to fall and break anything. You're just going to fall to the ground. You may hurt yourself from that, but you're able to slowly lower yourself. And if you're just foolish and try to do it, yeah, you're going to fall on your backside and then thump and then hit. But that's all just a mental pressure, and everyone's just down on the ground when some cleric is having their visions. And then when it's done, everyone else can get up, but the cleric, it's a heavy toll on the body. They're just as weak as a kitten for a day while they recover, but they have to tell the church about their visions. Lord Satyr speaks to me in visions. And so thumbs up. Now, because of the preservation of knowledge point of it, the area of the story that I'm on is they found one of the clerics has had a vision. Scarbat, Miliander, Elchenka, and all that, they are present. They help this cleric out while one of them runs back to let them know. Everyone's dashing. One of the people has had a vision over at the church, and they're just helping them out while they're waiting. Because of that, there's going to be an expedition. But because this church is so dependent and big on knowledge, one of the things I'm not quite sure how heavy duty to go in on this is, they have done expeditions. They record what they're going to do before an expedition. They have heavy duty journals as they go on expeditions, and then when they come back, they record their results. Before anybody starts an expedition, they go to these books and they say, well, I'm going to be having a medium expedition. I think it's going to be this. You start reading through the journals of those that have taken the medium expeditions, and of those that were most successful, you take a look at their supply lists, and you have annotations from people that have done it and said, yes, this worked well, or no, this did not work well. Sharing of knowledge, keeping it alive. So when they get the vision that there's this knowledge to be gotten from deep underground, yeah, all they have to do is hit the library, start going through the journals and checking to see what kind of expedition would be best and what they take. I also figure that there's people that, since there's magic, that there's people that they would want to keep, find, and train who can do good things with earth moving. Because they would be the ones that would move things out of the way and bolster things so they don't collapse as you're opening up tunnels to go further underground. As a slight illustration of what's going on, I think one of the people tries to, don't worry what it's like. We were once traveling through a ravine underneath a great abandoned city. I had just reinforced a tunnel when a block of stone, half a ton, fell from a full kilometer up and impacted with our tunnel. If I had done it even a second later, we would have all have been killed. But because of that, it just went boom. So, yeah, it's dangerous work. And I've opened up 24 hours worth of comments in my community tab, and I'm going to go through and thank 20 to 25 people for having left me a comment. I'm not reading the comments right now. I'm just thanking you for having left a comment. Good, bad, and different. You took the time. You expended the calories. Thank you very much. If I mispronounce the username, I'm an American English speaker. We're just not good at that. And of course, even though I count American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand with my depression, fibro, and more, well, I'm sometimes lucky I can remember what my own name is. Thumbs up for that. I'm going to call up my Chrome. We have Elderwolf569. Thank you very, very much. Jeff Bezos. Thumbs up. The Golden Bucket Studios, greatly appreciated. Dare Fred, thumbs up. Then we have Briley Wolf, greatly appreciated. JHT 2005, greatly appreciated. Oh, excuse me. Smookling, thumbs up and thank you. AJ Falls, greatly appreciated. Made in Canada, thumbs up and thank you. We have Sebastian Ferris, thank you very, very much. Russian Timing, greatly appreciated. We have Ellen03, thumbs up. There is Cece, greatly appreciated. Carl Johnson, thumbs up. BDB18, greatly appreciated. K, just a K, thumbs up and thank you. Sakezi, thumbs up. Colin Reisenauer, greatly appreciate. We have Conspo Lopez, thumbs up and thank you. Lucas, and then the an emoji of the big eye, small eye, so thumbs up. And then there's Leonard's Food Reviews 177. Hopefully I haven't lost my place too badly. Then there's 7x9, but there's a lot of digits instead of vowels, so thumbs up and thank you. We have Pluto, greatly appreciated. Brian Powers, greatly appreciated. And Christopher Thomas, thumbs up. Thank you all so very much. You get me out of my head into the world, dealing with real people, and that is, well, it's definitely a thumbs up. Greatly appreciated. If you could check out my various links down below. Alright, Twitter, Facebook, GoFundMe, Patreon.com. If you could donate to my GoFundMe campaign, good golly, Miss Molly. Or become a Patreon.com patron like one of these beautiful and awesome people. That would be beautiful and awesome. If you'd like to help me out, but you didn't want to send money to one of those two places, I have a PayPal link down below. And if you want to help me out without sending money, I have an Amazon wish list link as well, with things like I was going to say hamster and Aspen at the same time. Aspen hamster bedding. I am desperately low. If you could check that out, that would be cool. Hamster food, cat food. If you could check it out, that would be very awesome. Now, do not feel obligated. I do not feel entitled. And if you cannot donate, or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart, where I draw interest. So thank you very much. If you could toss me a like, I appreciate all the positive validation I get from my assistance. Another thumbs up. And of course, well, hopefully I put the subscribe to the channel thing at the front. Hopefully. Well, good golly, Miss Molly, I have therapy today, so of course I'm going to be running right close to the wire. And then after that, I'm going to try and record something for the second half of the day. But I'm always sort of demotivated after therapy because it drags up a lot of stuff I got to deal with for the rest of the day. So we'll see what happens. But you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side, my friend. And please wear a mask. It's a good idea. Practice your social distancing. Please, please, please. It's the only way we're going to get through this. Practice self-care. These are hard times. It's not good. And as we have discovered, while Black Lives Matter, the cops don't care. It doesn't matter. There is no justice.